Right, Kumbala Express TV omwoleso gwa National Science Week gugwako lunaku lwa leero era ng'olunaku lwa leero omukulembeze ogwanga tasodde kubanga atajja olw'okuba nti alina engagements mu parish development model, ali mu wealth creation tour naddala mu Greater Mukono sub-region. Kakati olunaku olwa leero omuntu asodde okubanga atamukiikirira ku mukolo guno oguggalawo omwoleso guno gwa National Science Week abadde Deputy Speaker Thomas Ayiwa era ng'ono avudde n'agumya ba investor n'abagamba nti embeera yonna gye baali beeraliikirira ebintu byonna baabitereezeza era n'agamba nti ba investor bonna abapya ba fresh investors bagenda kuba babawa tax holiday ya myaka 3 nga tebanaba kubanga ate babatooza misolo. Kitegeeza nti wotandika okuinvestinga leero bakubalira emyaka 3 then batandika okubanga ate bakujjako emisolo b'okutakisinga. So kati byebaddewo olunaku olwaleero Minisita Museveni byayogedde naddala okugumya ba investor okubanga ate bajja bateeka essente mu ggwanga erya Uganda n'okuba nti ba innovator bagenda kuba babakwatirako through the Innovation Fund basobole okubanga ate babongeramu obukugu saako n'ensimbi. Kakati olunaku olwaleero tetugenda kubanga ate twogera bingi okujjako okubanga ate tubeebaza okubanga ate okuva gye twatandikira omwoleso guno paka olunaku olwaleero okuba tubadde mutugoberera nnyo n'okuba nti tubawa updates ennaku 7 ez'omuddiringanwa. Kakati olunaku olwaleero katusobole okubanga ate tukutwala direct eri Honorable Minister n'eri Thomas Tayewa basobole okubanga ate boogerakoko naffe batubuulire ki kye balina naddala eri ba investor ne bannayuganda bonna.
Investors, they have traveled from many parts of the world. This is the second time many of them are coming, and some of them this is their first time because they had before this many people did not know Uganda as being a country with innovations where they can bring their venture capital. This year around the second edition of the Investors Summit. We ran the other one in 2023, and so yesterday we had the Investors Summit, and they will be continuing. They were at Serena this morning. They came here just to interact with you, and then they will go back there listening to many of those different innovations, so that government does not have to raise all the money, but we can partner with them and invest and also support to accelerate those ones to go to become companies on the market. And so I was informed that they were going to summarize in 2 minutes their observations that they would like you to take notes, and then we will go to the program. Before us is the Right Honorable Tayewa, the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda. He is representing His Excellency, the President. So he's here in the capacity of His Excellency, the President. Thank you.
Honorable His Excellency, good afternoon and welcome. On behalf of all of the investors here in the room who have come from far and wide, different countries across the world, some from Japan, some from the Middle East, some from South Africa, some from the United States, some from Tunisia, from all over. They are very, very excited to be here. And over the last 2 days, there's been a lot of interactions with the Uganda ecosystem in terms of making Uganda ready, especially around innovation. And we have been very, very pleased. So on behalf of the investor ecosystem, we want to say congratulations for all the hard work that Uganda has been doing. And on behalf of the investor, I want to say that the investors are ready to write checks. Now, they came and visited 2 years ago to check it out. They came back last year just for mobility, the Mobility Expo. Some of them came. They came to check it out again. time, the Honorable Minister said it's time to invest, and they have said yes. But there are some stumbling blocks for some of the transactions. So there's about 60 deals that is ready announced or ready to be announced soon. We don't have enough time, we need to go over each one. But I'll just give a summary of some of the transactions. Number one, we have India, somewhere here. She's from South Africa. Okay, right there, she just raised her hand. She has offtake for buses, for Kira is from South Africa. Round of applause. We also have here Sahara Impact Mobility. They have, I don't know if they're here, Sahara Impact, okay, right over there. Let's give them a round of applause. We have the Rain Africa Rainmaker. There's a platform deal, right, that allows basically startups in Uganda to get access to capital. That is also big. Let's give them a round of applause. We have Kumi here. He has the deal behind for the coffee offtake. Give them a round of applause. We also have Michael. Is Michael here, right? Yes. That's Michael. Power sector deal, right? So I think you may have seen two companies there around the sensors. So there's a potential deal from Nigeria, who Michael. We also have here, let me see, right, from Silicon Valley. We have the team from Silicon Valley are here somewhere. I don't see them. Okay, over there, Bill, round of applause. And they plan to bring Silicon Valley engineers and technology into Makerere to deploy this enterprise neural network here. So again, fantastic deal. Just in the interest of time, I'm going to pause there, but essentially there is deals, there is checks waiting to be written. We built a platform, so of the deals. You can see the value of the deals. The companies here in Uganda will be the beneficiary, and you can see a list of challenges or issues that government can help with. So on behalf of investors, we want to say another congratulations and thank you for hosting us over the last 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you. I was waiting to listen to the challenges. I didn't hear any. I only heard there are challenges. So, but you know, an intention to create a knowledge-based economy, and that's why we have coached Professor Msenero here from Makerere University to come and lead the knowledge-based economy. And of course, I'm sure she must have already told you that we are planning to grow our economy from the current around $63 billion to $500 billion by 2040. And we put in place strategies, but one which is relevant to this is on science, technology, and innovation. So we are going to be investing heavily as a government for that. But of course, you can only do that if you have peace and security in the country. We've already guaranteed that. In fact, in Uganda, we have extra peace and security to the extent that we are now exporting it to our neighbors. So we are exporting peace and security to DRC, to South Sudan, to Somalia, because we have export. So we focused on that, and we believe when it comes to that line, we've done well. We've also intentionally, as an enabler, decided to invest so much to ensure that we have cheap energy for production. and for investors. So now they will be able to be getting energy at around 5 US cents per kilowatt hour, and not only available energy but also reliable. So reliability, we are investing much more in the national grid, but also we want to go beyond Kampala. We are building industrial parks across the country. We have built more cities, and but what is also more interesting about Uganda is that we have the best performing currency on the continent, if I may say. We have been Uganda a very stable currency. I think we just had a little bit of a shock in around 2015. Now it's 10 years. All this volatility that we've been seeing all over the world, the best way and the safest way was for you to have a Ugandan currency. Now, for me as an investor, and the person you're talking to, I'm a manufacturer, I'm an investor, I have invested in other countries, so I'm not only talking from the point of policy, but from the point of investing millions of dollars and employing over 500 people. So we have a very ready human resource, but most important is that as a government, we've made it deliberate. That if you make your money and you want to take it out, exit without any help from government. Exit without any help from government. And starting this July also, we've given a 3-year automatic tax holiday to startups. So if you have any startup that you want to invest in, you won't have pressures of taxes right away and all these challenges. And we are also ready to listen to you. What other challenges do you have? We have, I think it was last year, when I met groups of angel investors, and they were crying out because of the double taxation system that we have sorted it out. Okay? We have sorted it out. So we should be able to look at the investment rate of the country and know that indeed we are doing very well. But also, we are deliberately protecting companies that are adding value here. We are going to deliberately protect those companies. But we are also looking at benefiting so much from intra-Africa trade, with the free continental trade area agreement. And I do believe that with us clearing our issues to do with FATF and money laundering and financial affairs, last week the European Union removed us from the BRICS. FATF cleared us, we put in place all the infrastructure. So you as investors, your money is extremely secure. We have very talented people here, but above all, in Uganda, when it comes to this commercial business, I can tell you, the law will apply to anyone who will try to screw you up. If anyone tries to take you through any corner, government will put in place any mechanism. The president under his office has put a presidential investors protection unit, so that if you get challenges with the courts around, you run to that unit, the president himself will take interest in ensuring that you as an investor are protected. So we can go on and on and on and on, but all I can assure you of is that as a government, we are trying to ensure that the investments are secure, we are creating an atmosphere that will protect and ensure that your business grows. But above all, if you produce here, if you manufacture from here, then government will be your number one client. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It was very humble. We had no money, was relevant and not account our funding at that time. But we still courageously came up and organized the first edition of this event. And we organized ourselves in a very noble way. In seafood day. For our colleagues who don't understand Uganda, we say Uganda, we have taken off. This is our science-led journey for socio-economic transformation. And this year, we have progressed from breaking cycles, creating a great aspirations to making sure we have given structure to science, and now we are ready to go to market. We are no longer experimenting by tomorrow. Yes, we are experimenting in the lab, but in terms of having such technology and innovation, take its before the end of today, a number which have already been known to you. I want to know that you are very kindly welcome and Uganda is just ready for investment. I want to thank all the representatives of MPS that have been working with. I wish to recognize the work of Professor Kwakon, because without higher education, it's very, very difficult for us to run science, technology, and innovation. We know we have pulled you from where you have been, and we are on a long call to build the relevant human capital which we need. And so, right now, I want to close by thanking all the innovators. Innovators, where are you? Exhibitors, those of you who are here to exhibit something, you are innovating something, you are taking something to the market. I wish to congratulate you. It was not easy to make it to this platform, but most so. I want to appreciate the young innovators. We have had excellent participation by our children right from kindergarten, and we know that we have set the right ecosystem and the pledge that government has made to support us. Right Honorable, we want to thank Parliament for the relentless support, and most especially for recently approving funding for us to establish the high-tech city, which is we are going to start implementing by 1st July. This is going to give us the physical infrastructure that we are going to need. And right Honorable, we will be coming back many times, because science helps at any time. Please tolerate us. Many of our other requests will be packaged and they will be presented to you in the right time. Please convey our great appreciation to His Excellency the President for his mentorship, for his support and visionary leadership, and also please deliver a message that the innovators, science, technology, and innovation in the ground is ready for the task we have assigned. And we are on the way moving. With these remarks, allow me to now take this rare opportunity to invite you to come and address the congregation.
Let us to invest technology at all levels and increase the young generation into using it in public places, in schools, hospitals, industries, so that we know about the young. The NIL leadership has for a long time been working hard and identifying priority areas that can strengthen and enable us master our mind towards economic growth. Above all, we are favorable to ensuring socio-economic sustainability and self-reliance of our nation. Uganda has focused on building capacity for research, development, technology transfer, and commercialization of innovations targeting disease control and management, such as vaccines, diagnostics, therapeutics, and other inputs such as biologics, personal protective equipment, biomedical equipment, among others. This sector is prime for the African market, where the pharmaceutical industry is worth $20 billion and is predicted to reach $70 billion by next year. Africa imports between 70 to 90% of our healthcare inputs, ranging from vaccines, drugs, diagnostic kits, and medical equipment, among others. And Uganda imports 95% of this. Our main focus should therefore be to reduce how much of this we import and instead export most of them. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we were awarded 1.7 lives. Since then, we have progressed in the area of industrialization, which is the foundation for growing our ability and manufacturing our products. Much as we have now increased our industrial capacity as opposed to how it was in 1986 when we took power, we realized that one of the vital and most crucial areas of this market. For that reason, we are relentlessly advocating for East Africa and African collaboration so that we can strengthen ourselves not only politically but also socially and economically. Once we have a common voice of negotiation for goods and services, we can never be undermined as a country. This is because then we shall have a common voice and avoid suppressors from the separate ability to save goods for common services and financial resources. The common market for East Africa is also one of the successes we are proud of that we advantage our ability to sell products beyond boundaries. One of the key achievements of the East African common market has been the elimination of barriers to intra-regional trade, particularly the reduction of tariffs and non-tariff barriers. This has resulted in an impressive increase in trade among government states, with intra-regional trade growing from 10% of the ESC trade in the 2000s over 20% in recent years. The introduction of the common external tariff has further streamlined trade by utilizing uniform customs duties across the South African government states. In the productive sectors, the common market has fostered the establishment of regional value chains, particularly in agriculture and manufacturing. For example, the integration of the agriculture sector has enhanced food security, improved agricultural productivity, and facilitated the movement of agricultural products across borders. With all of this in place, we are optimistic that innovations, once fully funded, will enhance
and women enterprise programs like GROW. The NRS is committed to ensuring peace and security of all Ugandans so that the economy can thrive in a secure environment. I thank all the co-workers of fair time for doing this event, and I declare the National Science Week officially. I thank you all. This is the way of thank you for the public of Uganda. That's why my assignment for today ends. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and we are going to request a few minutes of your time to do one more last engagement. We have eminent scientists in the country, and starting last year, an award was introduced to recognize these scientists. So we are going to read them, and we request you to give them this award before we end the closing function. So I'm going to call Cosmas, Superintendent, Industrial Value Chain. Please, Dr. Cosmas, may please come and invite these scientists so that they can be given their awards. Thank you.
Right, Honorable Speaker, the Best of Science Awards were introduced to recognize Ugandan trailblazing scientists who have significantly shaped the landscape of STI in our nation. This year we have 8 awardees. I will read out their citations and invite them to come up front one by one. And then, Right Honorable, we will invite you later on, flanked by the Honorable Minister, to give the awards. Our first awardee is Dr. Matthias Makola. And to receive the award on behalf of the Mr. Iteshi Upreti, we will come forward, the CEO of Day by Farmer. Now, Dr. Matthias Makola is a Ugandan chemist, inventor, biotech entrepreneur. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Chemistry from Macquarie University and a PhD from the European International University in Paris. Since establishing the Day Group in 2006 and launching Day by Pharma in 2014, Dr. Makola has championed African self-reliance in pharmaceutical manufacturing. Under his leadership, Day by Pharma has built a cutting-edge pharmaceutical manufacturing facility in Matuga, Wakiso, capable of producing vaccines, insulin, oncology drugs, mRNA therapies, and more, with a capacity of up to 1 billion mRNA doses annually. His scientific contributions are monumental. He has 21 high-impact journal publications in the biotechnology field and 2 books. In 2024, he was awarded the International Molecular Biologist Best Researcher Award for his pioneering work in mRNA vaccines and therapeutic proteins. He has filed over 100 patents in the US, including a breakthrough mRNA-guided cancer therapy granted in 2025 and the universal foot and mouth disease vaccine. His innovations also cover antimalarial compounds, neurodegenerative treatments, HIV and HPV therapies, and diabetes drugs, all developed with an eye on affordability and accessibility. His work has not only advanced molecular therapies and vaccine technologies, but also strengthened Uganda's National Health Authority's journey towards WHO Maturity Level 3, which is a requirement to enter the global market for our pharmaceutical products. And so for his pioneering work in biotechnology research and innovation and entrepreneurial acumen that has established Uganda as a leading pharmaceutical manufacturing nation, Dr. Matthias Our next awardee is Dr. Godfrey Asea. Dr. Asea, I'll summarize the citations in the interest of time. Dr. Asea has a PhD in agriculture and plant breeding and genetics from the Ohio State University and an MSc in crop science from Makerere University. He has been a principal researcher at the National Agricultural Research Organization. He is a leading maize breeder. For the past 19 years, he has gathered extensive experience in commercial germplasm development and R&D management. He has registered 3 improved maize varieties that are commercially produced, and 16 of these have been licensed to seed companies, and these have generated a lot of royalties for both narrow and science, and he is the leading beneficiary. Dr. Asea has published more than 75 articles in peer-reviewed journals and 4 book chapters. And so for his enormous contribution to breeding and seed systems development, which have enhanced global food security, we honor Dr. Asea as Uganda Professor of Science. Our next awardee is Professor Enos Mashija Wantare Chiremele. Professor Chiremele, please come forward. Professor Chiremele is a trailblazing Ugandan scientist, academic, and innovator whose contributions to science span over 5 decades. He obtained a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Makerere University in 1970 and earned a PhD in Organic Chemistry from the University of New Brunswick in Canada as a Commonwealth Scholar in 1977. He